Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. So, the message I heard is Fight Club group meeting at night. The scripture comes from the ladder of Jacob 7 and 4. And then comes the expected one, whose path will be perceived by no man. Then the earth will rejoice because it has perceived the glory of heaven. That which was above will be below. So, so here's the message. God says somebody wants to fight someone because they feel like then y'all gonna be even. But in reality, what is it gonna solve? And it's not to say, you know what I'm saying? I do get it that sometimes when somebody did you wrong, when somebody did you dirty, you feel like you are not how do I say it? Like, I feel like this is somebody, they feel like they are not avenged until they see blood. And, you know what I'm saying? I just think when it comes down to this message, if it's, are you valid? Like, I just feel like that's what it comes down to. That's why I say that which is was above will be below. Because it has received the glory of heaven, that which was above will be below. So God is saying that if this is somebody, you have a valid reason to fight this person. Not like you gonna be able to fight this person and you gonna win. But you have to think about the fact, do you have a valid reason to fight this person? Because it could be a situation where you thinking you got all the reasons in the world to fight somebody and they don't know what you talking about. You coming at them all sideways and baby, it turned out the way you didn't think it was gonna turn out, and that just be what it is. Because, you know what I'm saying, do you have a reason? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen, so you know what I'm saying? I done seen some people get into fights about several things. I can't stunt. Typically, when I see women get into fights, for the most part, it is typically, from my perspective, from the fights that I have witnessed, from the times I have seen women getting into it with another woman, it has, in some shape, form, or fashion, have to do with the man. It do. It do. It do. It do. It do. It do. And I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I've seen situations where, you know what I'm saying, it's like somebody that is on the side that want to fight the girlfriend or the wife. And you know what's wild about it is that ain't even her man. And it's like, I just feel like I would be embarrassed, first of all, to admit that I'm dealing with somebody. Like, why? I would be embarrassed to even utter that I am dealing with somebody's man. That ain't cute, first of all. Second of all, I would be embarrassed to get out and fight somebody because I want to sleep with that person bad so bad, and then that man turn around and go home with her. Like, what? Don't let it be a scene, you know what I'm saying, where he really ride for her and he jump in and the man that you fighting her for is fighting you. And if he don't, he weak. How he gonna let his girl get beat up by his side piece? He shouldn't be messing with her in the first place. And if she's sitting there, you know what I'm saying, if it's a situation where he, for whatever silly reason, have his girlfriend, his wife, or whoever around his side piece, and the side piece is feeling some kind of way, baby, he gonna have to handle that because he shouldn't have her there anyways. That way. She shouldn't even exist. That way. Like, I just feel like, I just feel when it comes down to it, do this person have any grounds to even stand on before they even try to fix their way to try to do something to anybody, baby? But if you do, man, I mean, I just feel like God is saying, if this is somebody that they do, hands is gonna fly. Hands is gonna fly, baby. Hands is gonna fly. Hands is gonna fly. Hands is gonna fly, baby. Hands is gonna fly. But if it's a situation, baby, and I just feel like when it comes down to this, because it could mean different things for different people. I don't know what your exact situation is, but God said when it comes down to it, if you are in the right and he is on your side, it's not going to be, you ain't going to lose. How? I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. It's one thing when somebody is trying to defend their honor, or you know what I'm saying, when it's somebody that is deliberately being disrespectful to you, somebody has wronged you, somebody is doing you some kind of way. That's one thing. And it's another thing when you really just feeling some kind of way because you want such and such person, or because you know what I'm saying. That's wild. And it ain't to say that it's even over that. It could be over something else, because who is holding on to the ketchup right now? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But God said somebody feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking from a female perspective, because some women is like that. When they find out they man cheated and he cheated with you, they can't sleep. They can't sleep peacefully until they just at least snatched you up real quick. Because, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, and a lot of women, they think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? When they, you know what I'm saying, doing somebody dirty like that. When they interfering in somebody's relationship, when they trying to get somebody man, they think it's cute, they think it's funny, but then it's, you know what I'm saying, then all of a sudden, when, you know what I'm saying, when somebody's hand going across the side of your head, you looking like, you don't. When somebody decides, I'm just being real, bro. And see, this is why, you know what I'm saying, me personally, while I'm sitting here talking about this, it's not a situation where I'm the kind of person, I enjoy fighting and I'm always being aggressive and trying to pick fights with people, while simultaneously I'm not the kind of person where I can say I have never in my life picked a fight with anybody, because that would be a lie. But it wasn't a situation where I was deliberately picking on them. They did me something. I don't go around bullying people. I don't go around deliberately trying to cause problems or cause drama with people. But you know what I'm saying, it will be I'm going to defend myself, period. And I'm going to defend myself to my best judgment. And that's just what it is. And you know, in reality, like I said, I feel like this situation right here, I don't know what's going on. And whoever but I feel like God said whoever is on the right, baby, they finna get their justice. Somebody is about to get some justice. Because it's not gonna be a situation where you then slept with such and such husband, and then you came back and you didn't beat her up, and while everybody, including her man, was laughing. Baby, how? And how is that still her man? Apparently he ain't hers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Even if it's like God said, you gonna get your justice regardless, in some shape, form, or fashion. You gonna receive some justice. You gonna receive some justice. You gonna receive some justice. And it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a situation where, you know, your man was over here and you were over there. You were on this side of town. They was over there. You were at this club. You was at that club. Baby, y'all supposed to ride out about that. That way. And it shouldn't be a situation where your man is acting like he's so confused and don't know why it happened. You knew sis number last week. Find it. Tonight. But baby. But seriously though, you know what I'm saying? It should, ain't no, hold on, we gotta make sure you man, nah, I ain't gonna be good. Because, baby, it should never, in what world we live in? Well, you know what I'm saying, a man is going to allow a side piece, somebody that he shouldn't even be messing around with, to have the audacity to get that cocky to think that she gonna come to his wife and be disrespectful. How? And he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, if that's what it is, he married the wrong person. He should have married the side piece. Why is he, you know, I'm just being real. Why is she should be the wife. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, see, this is what I don't like about cheating, is sometimes people are simply not being honest. They marry people that they not even attracted to and they don't even really want to be with, and then they cheat on them with the person they really want to be with, and then they allow that person to treat the person that they with like she trash. And you know what I'm saying? And make her feel like she ain't nothing. She not worthy of, you know, this, that, and the third. Baby, I don't have time for it. 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 And I know, and we all know, even if I gotta leave with just the clothes on my back, baby, I'm not dealing with it. I am not. I refuse to be disrespected. Period. And it's not to say that I think I'm just all that, or I'm better than nobody, but it ain't gonna be no situation where my man is already having the audacity to cheat on me, and then his mistress has the audacity to disrespect me, and he don't do nothing. What they do that at? I'm done. I'm done with this. No, we are not going down that rabbit hole. I love y'all, and I will see y'all later. Deuces.